Cleaning and sanitizing equipment, harvest buckets, and other food contact surfaces can be really challenging when you only have a hose and a piece of grass to do it on. Wash stations are a good place to do this kind of cleaning, but a built one can be expensive. If the place where you need the wash station is rented, it isn't easy to pick up and move either. An affordable and portable option is to use readily available materials to put a multi-use wash station together. We caught up with Micah Hutchinson, a produce safety technician on the east side of Michigan, and Remy Harrington of Sioux City Farm and Food Network to hear how she is putting together her new portable wash station.
So tell me about your farm. Tell me about this site here.
We purchased the property. It was a tax foreclosure, and we bought it from the county. We had to advocate to get an agricultural use variance on this property, and then we started development on the property last year, and we got it excavated and leveled and all of the things, and so we're still building, and so that's where we are.
So why did you decide on this design?
Oh, I decided on this design because it's what's available. We're building infrastructure here, and so we want to make sure that we're being judicious with our funding and making sure that we're making all the best decisions. And so we got those pallets for free. We drove out to South Haven to go to the farmer's market out there, and I saw them and I was like, oh my gosh, can I have those? But some of the things, like, we had to go to Lowe's. So we got the sink from Lowe's, and we got the hosing and things like that from Lowe's, and we borrowed the tent. And so ultimately we'll develop more, and as we start to prioritize like what's most important and what's not important, then we will probably have more money to do more things. But the goal right now is to have all of the aspects of like a complete food system that's sovereign.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, I think we'll get ready to show the build.
The materials you'll need for this project are 4 pallets, several restaurant floor mats, a pop-up awning, and either a stock tank or utility sink. The first step to putting together an inexpensive wash pack is creating a flat floor out of several pallets. The biggest reason for the pallets is so no water puddles up on the ground you're standing in. Those puddles can hold a lot of nasty germs that can get on food and equipment. An additional step on creating the floors is to cover the pallets with restaurant floor mats. The covering would improve traction and keep a person from accidentally getting their foot caught in the slats of the pallets, tripping and falling. Now you need a basin to fill with water to either wash produce in or to wash equipment in. You can either use a stock tank or a utility sink, whichever is least expensive or most available. In either case, you want to consider where the water goes when the basins get emptied. They shouldn't contaminate other water sources or create puddles for employees or vehicles to track through. Finally, a cover over the whole setup provides some shade from the sun and protection from any birds that might poop from overhead. These wash stations can usually be built for under $150, making them affordable for most small growers, and it gives them a hygienic place to wash produce, equipment, and harvest containers. Now we'll catch up with Landon Tiedel, a Michigan produce safety technician in the Upper Peninsula, and Laura Brosius of Full Plate Farm to see how she put together her wash station.
I am here today at Full Plate Farm with Laura, and we are currently in her wash pack station. We're basically under a carport, a low-cost awning structure. We've got some utility sinks for washing and some foldable tables and things like that. And so this space serves as a really efficient wash pack area. Laura, can you tell me why you chose to build a design like this?
This was a vacant piece of property when the farm began, so there wasn't any existing infrastructure, and we also didn't start out with a lot of capital, so we were looking for something that was affordable, kind of first and foremost, but then also met food safety standards. I, of course, added the pallet floor, which helps keep everything up off of the ground, it prevents pooling water, allows us to spray down the deck surface, and then added a few other accoutrements, such as the shelf over here and some of the mag strips that hold our harvest tools and stuff.
Another thing you didn't mention too was you installed some homemade hose hooks out of wire hangers, clothes hangers, to keep the hoses up off of the ground so they're not dragging and any potential bacteria contamination that way. Is there anything that you would change or wish you had built out differently?
The pallet floor is functional, but I would say make sure you go after some high quality pallets, or if you can get a hold of them, use the plastic style or plastic decking. We've had some problems with sort of pallets that didn't start out in great shapes, becoming sort of hazardous as we move around the space.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your busy season.
Thanks, Lynn.